Let me tell you something uncomfortable. Most people don't fail because they are incapable. They fail because they are afraid of being seen trying. Read that again in your mind. It's not failure that scares us, it's the audience. It's the idea that someone might watch us struggle, judge our first attempt, see us before we are polished. So we don't start. Not because we can't, but because we don't want to look stupid on the way there. And that is why most dreams die in private. So, today, I want to talk about something nobody teaches you, the art of trying. Let's go to part 1, the lie we were told. Somewhere along the way, you learned that trying was dangerous, not because anyone sat you down and said it, but because you watched someone get laughed at for raising their hand. You saw someone share their work and get torn apart. You tried something once and didn't go the way you hoped. So your brain did what brains do. It connected trying with pain. And from that moment, no trying felt like protection. But here is what protection is actually costing you. There is a woman out there, not a famous one, no one you'd find on a magazine cover, who spent 3 years writing a book in the notes app of her phone on lunch break at 11 p.m. when her kids were asleep. Draft after draft that nobody ever read. She almost deleted it 14 times. She published it on her 14th attempt. It didn't become a bestseller, but it became hers. And she told an interviewer, the scariest moment wasn't publishing it. It was realizing how close I came to never finishing it. You don't need a legend story to understand this. You just need to recognize yourself in it. Because the lie we were told isn't you'll fail. The lie is that failing means it wasn't worth trying. The second thing is the illusion of perfection. Let me tell you what's actually happening when you scroll. You're not watching people's lives. You're watching their highlight reels edited, filtered, and posted at the perfect moment. But that's not even the dangerous part. The dangerous part is what happens inside you while watching. You start comparing their chapter 10 to your chapter 1, their polished versions to your messy beginning. And somewhere in that comparison, a quiet voice whispers, maybe I'm just not ready yet. But here's the truth nobody posts about. The person with the perfect body has days they hate the mirror. The entrepreneur with the overnight success has years they don't talk about. The confident speaker you admire once sat in silence, terrified to say a single word out loud. Perfection isn't the starting point. It's the lie we tell ourselves to justify standing still. Because here is what perfectionism really is. And I need you to hear this. Perfectionism is fear in a tailor-made suit. It sounds responsible. It sounds disciplined. It says things like, I'm just not ready and I want to do it right. But what it means is, I am terrified of being seen before I'm safe. And you'll never be safe enough for fear. That's not how it works. Confidence doesn't come before the attempt. Confidence is what the attempt leaves behind. You don't wait until you're ready. You try and readiness follows. And we go to the third thing. Trying is identity. Here is something nobody tells you. Trying isn't just something you do. It's something you become. When you try, even badly, even scared, even with no idea what you're doing, you stop being someone who waits. You become someone who moves. And that shift changes everything. Because the person who tries doesn't ask, what if I fail? They ask, what if this works? Same situation, same fear, completely different question. And that question opens doors. Every time you try something, you're casting a vote. Not for result, not for success, for the kind of person you want to be. One try says, I'm willing. Two tries says, I'm serious. Three times says, I'm becoming someone new. And here is the thing about talent. Talent is just a head start. It doesn't finish the race. Effort does. Because effort builds. Every attempt adds to the last one. Every try makes the next easier. That's not motivation. That's just how it works. So stop waiting to feel ready. Start becoming ready. One try at a time. And we go to the last thing, the hidden power of attempts. Let me tell you what actually happens when you try. Not what you hope happens, what actually happens. The first time you try something new, it's uncomfortable. Your hands shake, your voice cracks, you stumble over your own words. You think everyone noticed, and you survive it. That's it, you survive. And survival is enough, because the second time, your hands shake a little less. The third time, you start to find your footing. The 10th time, you look back at the first time and you barely recognize yourself. Not because you became special, but because you kept going. That's the hidden power nobody talks about. Trying changes you from the inside. Not all at once, not in one big moment. Slowly, quietly, try by try. The first attempt gives you courage. The second gives you skill. The third gives you proof. Proof that you can do hard things. And once you have that proof, real proof, not motivation, not a code, nobody can take it from you. Not fear, not doubt, not other people's opinions, because you lived it. So the goal was never to be perfect on the first try. The goal was always to make it to the next one. So picture yourself 10 years from now. You're older, a little wiser, and you're looking back at this moment, right now, today, the version of you watching this video. And you're not thinking about times you tried and fell short. You're thinking about the times you didn't even move. The idea you kept in your head but never put into the word. The conversation you rehearsed but never had. The first step you planned but never took. Those are the ones that stay with you, not the failures, the silences. Because failure has a story. Failure means you showed up. Failure means you're brave enough to find out. Never trying, that leaves nothing. No story, no lesson, no proof, just a quiet question that follows you. What if I had? Don't let that be your answer. Start messy, start scared, start small, but start today. Because being brave doesn't mean having no fear, it means trying anyway. And that, just that, is enough. Before you close this video, before we move on to the next thing, I want you to do one thing. Not tomorrow, not later, today, right now. Think of the one thing you've been putting on. Do the smallest possible version of it. Don't write the whole book, write one sentence. Don't start the whole business. Save money with it. Don't transform your life with one step, just one. Then calm down to the comments and type, I tried. 2 words. That's it. Know what you're going to do someday, what you did today. Because this channel isn't about watching people change their lives. It's about changing yours. It starts with 2 words. I tried. Thanks for watching. And I tried as well.